I blame you. Well, I blame myself, but that's beside the point.
Do when you already did it, and then I didn't even think of it today. Darn it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to record the quiz and then I forgot. Usually you do catch me.
Do we have some lecture from Dr. Williams on this
Yeah,
stuff?
I just put them up today on demonstrative pronouns. But anyway, so now we have the fun activity where you see my screen? Everybody? We're going to start writing sentences. Now, these are going to be kind of weird because we don't have a lot of vocabulary. But based on just knowing a few verbs and knowing a few paradigms, we can start to write things. So if I wanted to say I would say aham. Now, if I wanted to say I am, I would say asmi. So aham, asmi. And then I could say I am, I don't know, tvaya. I, aham, asmi, am, tvaya, with you. See how that works? So let's do another one. I'll throw in some other words here to make them easier. Like mama, my, pustakam, book, asti, is, tubyam, from you.
I'm sorry, Dr. Where are we? Because I'm only seeing your implications.
Are you
Screen?
seeing? Are you seeing the screen that says aham and tvam?
No.
No. Well, that means it's not working right. So let's get it right so it makes sense. All right, Goldman. There we go. You see where it says aham and tvam?
Now I do, yes.
All right. So again, aham, I, asmi, I am, tvam, you, I, asmi, accusative, you. Or I could say I, aham, asmi, I am, tvaya, I am with you. So from here, we can start writing sentences. So this is the point where I'm going to start yelling at people. All right, Bianca, let's get started. Let's give this a try. Can you start to build me a sentence out of this? Are you there, Bianca? Sounds like not.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Wait 1 second. Sorry, my Zoom thing closed out.
That'll happen. I recommend you start with aham. So nominative aham, I, and then asmi, am, and then put something else with another demonstrative pronoun.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like confused now. I'm reading.
Right.
What am I reading?
These are the paradigms that we've just learned for our demonstrative pronouns. The center is our verb. Asti, staha, santi. He is. Those two are. They are. Asi, you are. Staha, sta. Asmi, I am. Swaha, us two are. Smaha, we all are. So can you, looking at column A from column B, put together, you know what, maybe this is a little too weird. These sound odd. Let's try this one. Here we go. We have aham, so that's our aham. Here is gachami, so to go, and I gave that to you in the transliterated, because I want you to be able to do both. And then vanam. So the easiest one to be right off the bat would be, I take from aham.
Gachami.
Yeah, aham. Gachami, but you're going to put that at the end.
So it would be aham, vanam, gachami.
Perfect. Aham, vanam, gachami. this is probably better if I write in the chat on this. So hold on a second. Where's mine? All right, so that would be aham, vanam, the hum, vanam, gachati, or gachami. So I go to the forest. All right. I just called on Bianca.
I try another one since that
Yes,
was
100%.
okay. So let's do avam vanaviam gashataha.
Okay, so we'll do avam. So that's in our that's in the dual, and we're gonna put it in the singular for now. So avam, and then and then you said gacha waha. Actually, it would be gacha taha. You were right on that. And then where are they gonna go?
It would go in I went down one too far.
You're okay.
So it would go Vane.
I suppose they could go to the two forests. But it's more likely that they go to the one forest. So gacha taha. Avam, vanam, gachataha. Now, the problem with gachata is it gets tricky, but we can screw around with it a little bit. Let's start one with vayam. Somebody start one with vayam. So vayam is plural, they, and we have gachami, go. So it'll be vayam.
I'll try it.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Vayam. Gacha maha. Gacha ma.
Vayam,
Maha.
gacha, maha. Yes.
Gacha maha. Trick or treating.
Oh, you wanted them to do trick or treating? Okay.
I wanted them to go trick or treating. They're going to trick or treat.
Oh my. So we're gonna have trick or treat. They are going for the purpose of, that would probably be aya. Yeah. Vayam, trick or treating aya. Gachamaha. They are going trick or treating. What if we wanted to have someone go along with them? That would be the
like 3 people?
Yeah, sure.
So would that be, hang on, let me try and make my screen bigger.
Yeah, and remember, you can also throw in Rama here.
Oh, he's going to?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so it would be Rama Man.
Okay, keep going.
Vayam.
So
Vayam.
Vayam.
Vayam. Gotcha. Tha. Gotcha. Tha.
Vayam. So let's go. Vayam. Vanam. Ramena. Ga. And then cha. Maha. So if you look in the chat, they. Now look, see how I put the verb at the end? They, vayam, plural, go, gachamaha, to vanam, accusative, with Rama. Vayam, vanam, they go to the forest, Ramaya, with Rama. Interesting. Okay, so what else can we do with this?
I have a quick question.
Sure.
So the personal pronouns and the verb obviously are gonna match.
They will agree. Yes.
They will agree. Vanam, forest, that's based off of what's happening, like what story we're trying to tell in the sentence.
Yes, that's a really good way to put at it. I think I like that. So if you have, those are not going, okay, think of it this way. Verbs and subjects will agree, but the rest of the story will dictate the other tenses. So if Rama wants to say kill, which we learned is hunti, though you would want it to be something else. If Rama is to kill the demons, Rakshasan. Ramaha. So Ramaha. Then we said let's rock. Rakshasan. My bad spelling. So Rama, Rakshasan, Hunti. So that's Rama kills the Rakshasas. Rakshasa is in the plural. However, I can keep going on this and say Rama, probably Ramo, Rakshasa. I need to get the whiteboard function working on this. Rakshasan, Hunty. We already have that. But what if he wants to do it with a club? Balena. So there, I'm just nuancing it. But however, what if Rama is actually killing those demons? Because those demons were shitty to Sita. So Rama Rakshasan Hanti Sita. Oh, that's some plural. We need something else. I need a masculine singular. Rama, I need a noun. That's not irregular. Oh, okay. So look there. Ramaha Hanti. Rama kills Rakshasan, the demons in the accusative, Nripaya for the king, on behalf of the king. But we can keep working. We can go Ramaha. He's still killing these Rakshasans. Rama kills the Rakshasas with your what was your tava balena. So here, look at that. Ramaha.
Balena, what is the ending on that one?
Balena, right here. So look, Vanena, that's instrumental. So
that's the whip club.
yeah, so Rama kills the Rakshasas using Balena, the club, Tava of yours. Nice. But wait a minute. Wasn't he doing that on the sake of the king, for the sake of the king? Rakshasa on Panti Nripaya Tava Balena. So there, Rama kills the Rakshasa on behalf of the king using your club. So all of this is to show how you can start generating sentences. Now, here's another one that's kind of helpful. Here we can really start playing around. So,
Dr. Ulrich?
Yes.
Oh, I have a question before, and this might be jumping ahead. What if, Rama was killing the demons for the king, and then he took a nap?
And then he took a nap?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, are we doing and then, or
you're jumping ahead.
Then
you're jumping.
He ate. Okay.
You're jumping ahead. There's an answer for that, but I don't want to give it to you right now because that would be too much. All right. So if we're looking here, look at these sentences. We have I and all of the different pronouns, and then we have speak, and then we have Rama. So this can work with any short A noun. So, and even if you were to do pustakam for book, that's neuter. So it's just pustakam, pustake, pustakaha, or pustakani. So let me have an example, something about, and of course it starts with aham is the easiest. Aham vadati or vadate. We have apnepada and parasmaipada. So how would one say, I speak to Rama?
Would that be putting Rama into the accusative?
Yes.
Okay,
So I
so
speak to Rama. Yes.
aham Ramam Bashe.
Oh, look at you. What was that? Was that Basha? Basha. So aham I is Bashe. Yeah. Bashe. So aham Ramam Bashe. But what if I wanted to say I'm speaking with Rama? Atlas, how would I do? I speak with Rama.
Would that be a dative case?
Instrumental.
That's instrumental?
Yep. If I'm speaking with Rama.
Really? Okay.
Dative would be I speak
Can you
on
go
behalf.
into that one just a split a little bit more, like how that one's
Sure.
instrumental?
So here we go. Rame
With
na
Rama.
Rame na
Is that-
vadami. Look at the chat. So we have aham, I, vadami, speak. I speak with Rama. However, I get your point. You could have aham, ramaya, vadami, and that would just be I speak. Oh, here, let's make it easier. Naripam. Okay, take a guess at that one. Atlas. Aham ramaya vadami nripam.
Okay, like I speak to the king with Rama.
So ramaya would be dative. So on behalf of Rama or for Rama. I speak to the king in the accusative
I
about
speak
Rama
to the king for
or on behalf of Rama. Or
I
how
think
about
that part of like what's going on in my brain right now is that in some other languages, basically like there's like overlap, but then also not overlap with some of these like constructs. And so I'm trying to
Yes.
figure out like where to delineate some of these things. And like say in Latin, there's like 14 different types of ablative, you know, and so it's like trying
actually?
me
So
to like label these different things as different types of
Latin and
ablative.
Greek have like 5 declensions, but then you have like an ablative that is an accusative or an ablative that's like a dative and whatnot. The same thing in Sanskrit, but you can't think about that at first. You just have to kind of like get your brain around these kind of more basic things, and then it gets clearer. So I could even keep throwing things in. So I could say aham, Ramaya, vadami. So I'm speaking to the king about Rama, but I'm doing it with Lakshmana. Lakshmana is his brother. Nena. So there you'd have aham, Ramaya, I speak, aham Ramaya vadami, to the king. I speak to the king, Lakshmanena, along with Lakshmana. Lakshmana's coming along with me on behalf of Rama.
Can I ask you 2 quick questions?
Yes.
So is the aham sort of redundant or it doesn't need to be there? Could it just be Vadami.
You're correct. You could drop the aham because it's all the vadami will stand in for all of it, and usually they will.
And then I'm confused about when we would use Bosch and when we use Vod.
Don't
And I
worry
know
about that. That's that has meaning in the Vedic period, but it doesn't in the period of Sanskrit we're reading. But you need to recognize that sometimes it's in the Atmanepada and sometimes it's in the Parsmaipada. But there is actually no difference between the two in classical Sanskrit. What if I started getting kind of kooky and I was like, Vane Ramena Gachami? What would that mean? Vane.
Got this.
Huh?
I got this.
All right.
I go into the woods with Rama.
Yeah. So that's different than, watch this. Vanam Ramena Gachami. That would be, I go to the woods with Rama. But Gachami says, I'm going right along and we're going in the woods. Vane tells us that we're going along in the woods. Vanam and verbs of motion say our destination is the woods. All right. Are some of you freaking out right now? It's okay, because now we're really stepping into, we're actually composing and reading Sanskrit. And this is the point I wanted to get you to for quite some time. And what I just want you to be able to see how this operates, because when you start translating for your assignment, you are going to be, straight up legit translating, not making words. All right, so for the last bit of class, I got questions and I want to do one last thing at the end. Do you have questions?
I have a
Yes.
question.
Yes, tell me your question.
Oh, me. Okay, thanks. So I was gonna say, for studying this stuff, like the types of verbs,
Mhm.
what is your suggestion for like how to know
Yeah.
what these things mean?
Well, we only have one verb so far. Well, we have a couple of verbs, I guess. We have us, and we have vud. So we have gutch for gum. So we'll be learning different verbal forms. But right now, you can rest in the fact that anytime you see a verb in the reading, it will be present. It will be present indicative. You're not doing anything else with verbs yet. We'll get there. The only one thing you have to remember, though, is if it's present indicative and it has the particle SMA, sma, after it, then it becomes the past tense. So the last thing I wanted to do is I want you all to open up your reading to page 75. Goldman 75. This is your first legit Sanskrit practice exercise. Now, what I want you to do, while I'm busy recovering from having a tooth ripped out of my head, well, actually an implant ripped out of my head, I want you to come to class on Thursday with as much of this translated as you can, which is fine. And then I just want you to work together for, 2 hours and kind of just work on it, see where you get. Because honestly, you're going to look at that and go, I don't know what that ending is. And somebody else say, I don't know what that ending is. And somebody's going to be like, it's instrumental. And then you'll all go, yes. And it goes so much easier that way. So does everybody have page 75 open? All right. You'll look at the top. We see Sri Ramasya Charitam. Charitam means a story. It's from the root char, which means to go or to course. So the things that happened. Charitam. And then Sri Ramasya. We've learned Asya. We know Ramasya. So this is the story of Rama, or the stuff that happened about Rama. That's our first word at the top. Now, stop taking notes, all of you. Our first sentence. Asti nripoho dasharato nama. Now, we know a few things. Nripo, king. Dasharata, that's a name. Asti is the verb, but it's at the front. And namaha, why does this sound so familiar to me? Have we seen this phrase before? Yeah, we had it in an example. One of y'all read it. So we know this means asti, from the root us, is. So I would write he is. Then I would look at nripo, and I know from the Sandhi that that's nripaha. So that's first nominative singular, just like ramaha. Then I see dasharato. That's also dasharataha, dasharatas. That's also in the nominative. So what I know right now is we have asti to be, nripo dasharata. So there is a nripo, a king, and he is named, and he is dasharata. And then that nama is a frozen adverb, which we will go into much more in time. But you just need to know that that just means by name. So when you're translating this, you would translate it, you make up whatever grammar notes you need, and you'd say, so when we're in class, I'll call on someone and they'll read, Asti Nripo Dasharata Nama. And then if it's anything like every other class, then they'll quick read their translation, which will say, yeah, there's a king named Rama, or there's a king named Dasharata. And I'll say, oh, hold the phone, go through the grammar. And I'll ask you to say asti, verb root, us. In English, the third person. So he is. Then you'll say nripo. Resolve the Sandhi nripas. That is nominative, singular, masculine. Then I go dasharato. That's a name, but it's also dasharatas. It agrees with nripo, so they go together. They're both in the nominative. And then this nama, do not lose sleep over it. That just means by name. So I'm going to give you one more of these that I'm going to read through, and then you'll be on your own. So, ativa, or sotiva, dharmi ko, bhumi paha, sukam, jivati. So, first thing we do is we find our verb. The verb is jiv, jivati. We know that's the he is form. So I'd write he is root jiv. How do I know that? Well, I'm going to go to my glossary. I'm going to go, okay, well, it starts with a J. What the heck could that be? Let's go Bita, Pasha, Jata. Oh, look, right here on page 77, jiv. And then we get, Goldman gives the example of how to conjugate it. Jivati. All right, well, does that look like what I saw before? Oh, that's exactly the same. Jivati, jivati. All right, so I've looked up my word. So, jivati. Now, I know that I'm going to have a singular word because it's jivati. So I'm going to need a nominative. Where is my nominative? Well, saha. That's not so, that's saha. So that's sus. And that means he. That's just it's just a pronoun that means he. Saha. Remember in the rules for that in Sandhi. If it doesn't have that ativa afterward, it drops the visarga. So what I've got. So jivati. He lives. All right, we're cooking now. He lives. I've got my verb. I got my noun. Now, I'm going to look and I see sukam. Okay, that's in the accusative. Interesting. Do I have any other nominatives? Oh, shit, I totally do. Dharmi koho. Dharmi koho means one who is of the Dharma, and it is in the nominative. Bhumi paha. Bhumi plus pa, protector of the earth. That also means king, and it's in the nominative. So what's this word ativa doing? Well, I'm going to go back to my glossary, and where's the first one? I look it up. Oh, ativa, and it says ind after it. Ind means indeclinable. That means it doesn't decline with anything. It's just a word that hangs out. This word just means exceedingly or very. So when I translate this, I'm going to look, and I'm going to go through the process real quick with you one more time. So tiva. Okay. So he. Tiva, exceedingly. Dharmiko bhumi paha. Okay, those are all in the accusative. They all go together. Jivati, there's my noun, and I see everything's in the nominative. So dharmiko bhumika pa. All in the nominative. Jivati, he lives. So I've got my he's a king, he's righteous, he's dharmikaha, and he lives. But how does he live? That's where it gets confusing. Sukham here means sweet or nice or kind. And sukham is another one of these adjectives. So it's a frozen ablative. The king lives. And how does he live? He lives comfortably or sweetly. In the Yoga Sutras, they say one line about the asanas. And that's that the asana should be made dridha and sukha, firm and comfortable. So sukham can also mean comfortable. So if you'll see, starting at the beginning, asti nripa dasharato nama. Asti nripa. There was a king named, there was a king Dasharata by name. Sotiva dharmiko bhumipaha sukham jivati. He, Soho, who happens to be righteous and a king, dharmiko bhumipaha, he lives sukham, he lives sweetly, happy, comfortably. But I still have that ativa, and we notice that the awagraha drops and fucks right off and leaves a little shadow behind. That's ativa. That means exceedingly. So you're going to take that indeclinable and you're going to read it onto the verb. So he lives exceedingly sweetly. Put the ativa and the sukham and the jivati all together. So that's your predicate. And your subject is so dharmiko bhumipaha. You're reading Sanskrit. All right? So I need my volunteer. We're going to end class here. I need my volunteer for someone who has a strong computer that can be the temporary host on Thursday to run the show while I'm not here. Anybody?
What's the question again, please?
You're going to meet, and you're going to meet next Thursday, and I need someone to volunteer to be made the temporary host so you can all just sign in to the same Zoom portal, to the usual link. Atlas, all right, I'm gonna make you that person. All right, so you're meeting on Thursday. I won't be here.
That's not this Thursday, it's the one after this, right?
Oh, this
No,
Thursday.
this Thursday, you're gonna meet
This-
at the same place, and y'all are just gonna work on this translation together. And then we're gonna read it on Tuesday, and we are also going to have another quiz. And that quiz will be on the demonstrative pronouns. So I want you to memorize those. And it's going to be the exact same thing. I'm going to ask you to write them out, and I'm going to ask you to submit yourself chanting them for a minute with your eyes closed. I cannot stress this more. If you do these early dogs, if you do these early activities, they will pay off, saving you hours and hours and hours. Every minute you spend really learning these paradigms and declensions will save you so much time in the future. It stinks now, but you're all doing pretty well. I believe in you. You got this. Happy
Question.
Halloween. I will see you next week.
Wait.
I'm right
Quickly,
here.
Demonstrative pronouns. I thought we just learned personal pronouns.
Ah, crap. I meant personal pronouns. Aham and tvam.
Second question.
and tvam.
When
Aham
you
and
just did
tvam.
when you just did that translation for us,
Yeah.
you said there was a king, Isn't it, is it present tense? There is a king?
Yes.
Okay,
I just said was because it's kind of in the narrative form.
okay, I
But
just want
yeah,
to make sure.
it's all in the present indicative.
That's
You're
all we know, unless there's an SMA, then it's a tablet.
Yes, you've got it. And right now you only know present indicative, so that's all you're gonna encounter. So Asti Nripo Dasharato Nama. There is a king by name of Dasharata. So tivo dharmiko bhumipaha sukham jivati. He lives comfortably. But I would actually say something more like that righteous king lives exceedingly comfortably or exceedingly well. That makes sense?
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
So what we'll do is we're going to keep doing these. We're going to read through all of this. And over time, your best practice is going to be after we translate these, going back over them and just rereading them over and over again to the point that when you read them, it reads almost like English. So that's a really important practice, is to just constantly be rereading. I mean, on that note, I was just translating a big chunk of the Bhagavad Gita this chapter or this weekend. So we're always rereading. Okay, any other questions? I gotta go walk these crazy dogs.
So aham and tvam.
Aham and tvam.
Okay, those are our quiz.
You got it.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck Thursday. Thank you.
All right.
Yes.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Bye, everybody. Y'all did really well today. I'm really proud of you.